Welcome to The Secret Case. Today we'll explore the disturbing story of Dennis Rader, the serial killer known as BTK, who terrorized Kansas for decades with his bind, torture, kill modus operandi. In this video, we'll look at his childhood, the horrendous crimes he committed, his capture, and the lasting impact of his legacy. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to The Secret Case for more shocking content about dark historical figures and crimes. Hit the bell to not miss our new videos. Dennis Lynn Rader was born on March 9, 1945 in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Raised in a working-class family, Rader seemed to lead a normal life during his childhood. However, from an early age, he showed signs of a disturbing personality. Rader grew up in a relatively stable home environment, but experienced problems adjusting socially at school. He was a solitary child, and although his peers described him as quiet, Rader began to develop a disturbing interest in violence and control. In his teens, Rader began to experiment with increasingly disturbing behaviors. His fascination with power and control manifested itself in the way he interacted with others. As he progressed through high school, he began to show signs of a mind that sought to dominate and manipulate, laying the groundwork for his future criminal career. Although Rader was an average student and seemingly unremarkable, his dark tendencies began to emerge during this period. The combination of his family life and personal problems contributed to the development of a complex psyche that would later be reflected in his crimes. In 1974, Dennis Rader began his crime spree that would make him famous as the BTK killer. The nickname BTK, which stands for bind, torture, kill, refers to his distinctive method of committing his crimes. Rader specialized in tying up his victims, subjecting them to extreme torture, and ultimately ending their lives. His first known victim was the Otero family, consisting of parents Joseph and Julie and their two children, Charlie and Carmen. Rader entered their home on January 13, 1974, and brutally bound and tortured them before killing them. This case marked the beginning of a murder spree that would span more than 3 decades. Throughout his crimes, Rader maintained a consistent pattern of behavior. He selected his victims based on their ability to control and subdue them, and documented each crime with meticulous precision. He also sent letters to police and the media, describing his crimes in detail and boasting of his ability to evade justice. Rader used a variety of techniques to lure his victims, including posing as a salesman or using tricks to gain entry to their homes. His ability to manipulate his victims and his meticulous planning of each murder contributed to the difficulty of his capture. In 1978, Rader committed another gruesome murder, that of Nancy Fox. This time, he left a written message at the crime scene that included a reference to his nickname BTK, further adding to the terror he spread throughout the community. This pattern of behavior became his signature, and the details he provided in his letters created a chilling picture of his modus operandi. For decades, Dennis Rader managed to evade justice, despite his communications with police and the media. In 1991, Rader committed his last known murder, that of a family of 2, including a mother and daughter. Despite his ability to evade capture, investigators never stopped looking for clues about the enigmatic killer. In 1994, Rader stopped committing crimes and stayed out of the public eye for several years. The lack of criminal activity for a long period led many to believe that the BTK killer had disappeared or died. However, in 1974, Rader made headlines again when he began sending letters and tips to the police, rekindling interest in the case. Finally, in 2005, Dennis Rader was arrested and confessed to his crimes in detail. Rader's capture was the result of a combination of intensive investigative efforts and his own desire to brag about his crimes. His arrest marked the end of a decades-long manhunt and left the community in shock. Rader was convicted of 10 murders and sentenced to 10 life terms without the possibility of parole. His trial was widely covered by the media, and his confession provided chilling details about his crimes, revealing the depth of his psychopathy. The story of Dennis Rader has left an indelible mark on popular culture and the field of criminology. His case has been the subject of numerous studies and analyses, and has influenced the way serial killer profiling is approached. His ability to maintain a normal facade while committing heinous acts has been a subject of fascination and horror. The figure of BTK has appeared in various forms of media, including documentaries, books, and television shows. His story has been used to explore themes of psychopathy and extreme criminal behavior, and his case has served as a case study in how people can lead seemingly normal lives while committing horrendous crimes. In addition, Rader's story has generated continued interest in criminology and the study of criminal behavior. His ability to evade capture for so long has led to a greater understanding of investigative techniques and the importance of criminal profiling. Rader's impact on criminology has also led to greater awareness of the need for more sophisticated investigative methods and proactive approaches in the pursuit of serial killers. The combination of his calculating behavior and ability to manipulate investigators has underscored the importance of continued vigilance and detailed analysis in solving high-profile cases. The case of Dennis Rader raises disturbing questions about the nature of evil and the human capacity for extreme violence. His story highlights the complexity of the criminal mind and the profound impact that trauma and psychopathy can have on an individual's behavior. Rader not only committed horrific acts, but also displayed an alarming ability to hide his true nature for decades. Reflecting on Rader's case provides an opportunity to consider how society addresses the problem of crime and the importance of early intervention. Studying his behavior and methods provides valuable insight into how to prevent and address violent criminal behavior. Rader's case also serves as a reminder of the importance of maintaining vigilance and commitment to justice. Rader's capture and conviction finally brought closure to the victims and their families, and the case continues to be an example of investigators' dedication and the ability of the justice system to confront extreme violence. Dennis Rader's legacy also invites reflection on the lasting impact of his crimes on the community and culture. His story remains a topic of study and discussion, and analysis of his case contributes to a greater understanding of the factors that can lead a person to become a serial killer. The story of Dennis Rader is one of the most complex and disturbing in American criminal history. His ability to carry out horrendous acts while maintaining a seemingly normal life reveals a disturbing facet of human nature. His legacy continues to impact criminology and popular culture, and his case serves as a chilling reminder of the capacity for evil. If this story has impacted you and you want to know more about criminal cases and figures who have left a mark on history, subscribe to The Secret Case. What do you think about Dennis Rader's impact on criminology?